Hey guys, the regular day in 2014 GMC Yukon. We're going to change the brakes as well as the front rotors. Change all 4 brakes and just the rotors on the front today. Alright, first thing to do before we jack it up is break these lugs free. And all you want to do is just get that tire just barely off the ground. Next is take off all these lugs. Now if you do it this way, all you need is this attachment. In the end, attach your socket and go to work. Now in this video, like I said, I'm replacing the brakes because they are low, but as you can see, they were way too low. Okay, so what we're going to do is take off this bolt right here and this bolt right here at the bottom, so we can take this whole brake caliper off, and then we'll replace the brake pads, which are right here. And before you get started, it's always a good idea to put maybe 1 or 2 jack stands under here while you work. Alright, calling for a 19 right here, or even probably a 3/4 would work as well. Break this free, there we go, without having to spray anything. Sometimes these can be on there really good. So once we pull this off, that's the size of the bolt that you were pulling out. And let's do the bottom one. Okay. Might want to break each one free first in case one is really on there, because it will pull this out like you saw. Okay, now we're getting to the big reveal here on these brake pads and how bad a shape they are as soon as I can get this bolt out. Okay, here we go. Here's the caliper. So once you pull that off, you want to set that somewhere because it's attached to a brake line. Holy moly. Alright, so my insides are actually not too bad. There we go. Okay, so the insides aren't too bad. They're actually pretty thick. But as you can see, these outsides are right on the metal. Oh man, disintegrated. Okay, so now since we are doing the rotors as well, that means we have to take this caliper bracket off, which there's 2 more bolts right here in the back. One here and one here at the top. So you gotta take that off, then this just slides on and off. Okay, what we're gonna do first is use a little PB blaster to break these free, because I was already twisting on them, and hopefully that'll break them free a little bit. Okay, finally got these broken free, but they are stubborn, and so definitely you want to use something like this that can break them free. But they are stubborn. I remember this happening on another Yukon that I had to take off these brackets as well. But you just got to keep working on them. But it does help if maybe you have a pipe you can put over this, or even a breaker bar. But this time I happen to not have one of those. This is what the bolts look like for the bracket. So working kind of with a beast of a bolt, and it looks like they put a Loctite or something on there to keep those bolts in there. Okay, once you get both bolts off, this just pulls off like that. So on your vehicle that is a similar job to this, it might just have like a clip that goes around one of the studs here, but this one seems to have a little Allen wrench, I guess a little mini bolt there to hold on the caliper. Okay, if you have a star bit, this is a T30, looks like. Actually, this star is actually going to be better than using a Allen wrench. So put this right here. And that is what is coming out of there. And now that that's loose, all you have to do is pull this straight off, just like that. Out with the old, in with the new. Okay, so we're about halfway done with this one side. Now here are the new rotors, and they come in plastic. They come in plastic, but there's also a little bit of oil on them for packaging so they don't rust. So that's where you want to use some brake parts cleaner. Spray these down, get all the oil and stuff off of them. But I think I like the new ones better. Them in the sun to dry. Okay, now the fun part. We get to put everything back together with new parts on, and we'll do it in reverse order. This lines up right back with that lock bolt. Boom, give it a little torque. Okay, and we've got a new rotor that will be silent. Ceramic brakes will be silent when we hit the brakes. Now it's up to you if you want to clean some of this stuff off. You want to use the brake cleaner and clean some of the stuff off. It's up to you. I mean, these are going to get dirty again, so I'm just going to give them a good rub down. This bracket back on, going back this way. Put your bolt right at the top here. Top bolt going here for the bracket. You want to get these pretty tight. Okay, so here are the new brake pads. These are the Select Ceramic by Brake Best disc brake pads. Okay, they've got a kind of like a rubberized coating right here on the outside. You can see the thickness of them. They're supposed to be a lot quieter because of ceramic. They even come with the clips. The clips go right here on the bottom. Remember the old one that took off right there. And if you ever do get confused, just check out your old brakes, and so you just match it up. Okay, so we'll take one of these clips, just set it around, and just snap it in. Here's the pad with the indicator right here. Okay, put that in there. Slide on the top, and put it in the bottom. And there we go. Now you've got your new pads on here. Now, with the caliper, we've got to push these pistons back in, and that's where you need a clamp. Make sure you take your brake fluid cap off, just so you don't burst this bottle if there ends up being a lot of pressure in that caliper. Okay, so this is where I like to use this big old crescent wrench C clamp, and what we're going to do is open this up. This is where you can put an old brake pad in there and go back all the way here. At the same time, let's go this way. That way it'll squeeze both of them in at the same time. And you can kind of see they're moving in. You can kind of see it's moving in. Squeeze again. You got to get them all the way back in so we can fit it over the brake pads. Squeeze again. There we go. Now one thing you might want to do is clean off any oil, brake fluid, or anything that has been leaking. Not been leaking, but has maybe come out. Just clean them one more time before you put it on. Now on this model, you want to put this behind this boot and where the bolt goes first. Put it on behind both sides first, then slide it forward. And it'll be a little easier to get on there. Bolt. And let's tighten them up. There we go. Okay, here we go. But wait a second, if you know me, this is the time to wash the inside of your rims. Let's do it. Now if you really want to get your rim clean, what you can do is this. Really dirty spots, spray a little cleaner of your choice on there, then use steel wool. And that black brake dust and other junk will come off. Okay, all cleaned up. Now it's time to put this tire back on. Don't forget your jack stands. Slowly let your jack down. Okay, now take a torque wrench, and I always used to do torquing to 110, but it actually, they've got it down online as 140. So I'm just going to adjust this just a little bit. Ease up, make sure you do it in a star pattern. And then we'll start back over. And should be good. Okay, so there you go. There is the driver's side. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the passenger side. Okay, so that's how you change the brakes on a 2014 GMC Yukon. I got to hurry up and do the other side because it's hot out here. But anyway, I hope this video helped. It's a lot easier than you think. You can save a bunch of money if you do it yourself. Costs around maybe 200 bucks, but I'm actually going to do the back, which brings me to that. If you want to see how to do the back brakes, make sure you check out the channel and check out that video to figure out how to do the back brakes. Rear brakes, they're a little bit different, but they're pretty similar and pretty easy, and you can do it. Anyway, I'm the Wrecker Dan. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.